Welcome back to The Blindsiders. This is a swing vote where I talk about the most pivotal moment in each episode of Survivor 50, starting off with just an avalanche of unfortunate events for the alliance on the Vatu tribe. So, we started the episode off with Colby and Stephanie rekindling their heroes alliance from all the way back in season 20. They bring in Genevieve, one of the best strategists of the new era. And then to top it off and to make it even better, they bring in Q, one of the best characters of the new era. But the most pivotal part of this 5-person alliance is the addition of Kyle, one of the best winners of the new era, and a man who, despite getting injured in this week's episode and medevac, I think cemented himself as a Survivor legend. Listen, coming into this season, I was expecting that all the winners were going to be on their back foot and probably out early. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It feels like these teams, these tribes, are willing to work with the winners. And Kyle positioned himself in this 5-person alliance in probably the best way possible. He was, in my opinion, skating to at least the merge, if not the potential end of this game. And he had a solid 5-person alliance to do it. But he was medevaced pretty gut-wrenchingly. I mean, obviously, if he tore his Achilles, which it did seem like he did, he can't be out there. He needs to think about his future. You know, he just got married. He's probably going to have kids or a family, or at least like be in need of the use of both legs. So I understand why they had to pull him, and you didn't want to risk any long-term damage, as disappointing as it is, because I mean, he was in the process of becoming a real legend, and like I said, he kind of already did. But they lose Kyle, which is gut-wrenching enough. But earlier in the episode, Q went on that journey with Coach and Ozzy and stayed over on Exile Island with Ozzy, ultimately ended up trading his vote for the additional supplies. But that makes it so that this 5-person alliance only has 4 votes. Then later on in the episode, Colby goes on a journey and loses his vote in a head-to-head challenge with Savannah, which is, of course, incredibly disappointing for him. So now, instead of 5, they got just 3 votes, but then Kyle gets medevaced, so they have 2 votes. So a 5-person alliance down to a 4-person alliance. 4 out of 7, still good, but now we have 1 less vote, and they have not the majority, which is one of the things of the new era that I just hate. I've been very vocal about it. Losing your vote is so lame. I wish they didn't do it. What's way more interesting is players playing Survivor, and I really do feel like losing their vote more than anything else prevents people from actually playing the game. So here's where we are. Colby, Stephanie, Genevieve, Q. Soft versus Angelina, Rizzo, and gosh, who else is on that? Chrissy. So I think, or no, Aubrey, Chrissy. So those 3 are on the outs: Angelina, Rizzo, and Aubrey. Though they don't necessarily know they're on the outs. I thought especially bad showing from Aubrey here, being so openly suspicious of Genevieve. I mean, I think like a day 1 rule for even newbies playing Survivor: if someone comes to you and is like, hey, I'd like to work together, you got to be so positive and just, yes, absolutely, I would love to work with you. You don't question people's motives there. It just seems so weird to do, and just a bad episode from Aubrey. And I'm a big Aubrey fan. I'm not one of those psychos who's like Aubrey should have won her initial season. I think Michelle's a great winner and deserved her win, but I am a big fan of Aubrey, and just a terrible look for her. So starting off this episode, Colby really was down on Rizgod, and I get it. Colby's an old man now. He can't hear out of his left ear. He's a little hobbled. He's in his 50s. He's not quite the Captain America stud that he used to be, and reacting to a Gen Z, like especially Rizzo, who's like very stereotypically Gen Z, it was not going to work out. But to Riz God's credit, he seemingly won over Colby throughout the episode and was able to maybe form a bond, and that bond could be absolutely key to this Vatu alliance going forward. I think that he will get brought in by Colby to this new majority. It will give a new 5, and really for this vote, a new 3, with, hopefully no one else goes on a journey and loses their vote from this. But the numbers would be Rizzo, Steph, and Genevieve voting off either Aubrey or Angelina. Probably Aubrey, just based on what we've seen so far. So that is the move, and that's the pivotal part for this episode. Kyle leaving, saying that he wants someone from this tribe to win the game. Are we getting hints that someone from this tribe does win the game? We'll have to wait and see, but I mean, just a terrible, gut-wrenching moment. I hope Kyle, is okay. He already has that million. He already is getting married, so we'll see what happens there. But let me know your thoughts about this episode and what you think about my pivotal moment and this first episode of the Swing Vote. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please check out our live stream where we cover the episode in depth tonight. It's going to be around 5 o'clock Eastern on the Better Radio YouTube channel and our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/wickedgeteverything. Again, thank you so much for checking this one out. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.